I've been running Investors Choice Mortgages since 2005, and in the last 15 years, this is definitely the biggest unusual event that we've seen. Now, we've been through, SARS, and we've been through the GFC, and we've been through APRA and ASIC getting heavily involved in the way that we lend, and we've been through high interest rates and now the lowest interest rates. But, this is something where I see that things have just happened so significantly and so quickly that we need to respond quickly. Now this is obviously extreme times and extreme measures. Just like your face with your property investments, don't touch it, because at the moment there's a lot of economic measures to assist you in holding a property during this period of time. But the fact of the matter is that, we expect that there's going to be a significant amount of people made unemployment. We're hearing up to 11%, at 7% things get bad. We were heading towards a recession. We're probably going to 99% hit the recession. What does that mean? Lisa and Diana and I met last week, and Diana grabbed a list of all of the lenders' hardship policies, and we've got that on our website, www.investorstoice.com.au/hardship. So go there, and that's the link to the lenders. So the fact of the matter is, if you don't need it, and your application is obviously the fact that you are in financial troubles and that there's a reason why you can't make your repayments from when you initially took your original loan. If you don't need it and you do plan, for instance, to capitalise on the buying frenzy in 6 months' time and take money out at that stage, then don't do it. But if you do need it, it is there. If you're in any confusion whatsoever, we are here to answer your questions. Jane at investorstoice.com.au or Lisa at investorstoice.com.au. Now, as Lisa said, does anyone have a question on that? It says, hi Jane and Lisa, with the hardship holiday cover, will it cover both principal and interest repayments?
Absolutely. It covers the full repayment. So basically you do not have to make any repayment whatsoever. The interest still accrues on the loan, and it can be an interest-only loan or principal and interest, and you do not have to pay a cent.
And Lisa, just confirm, although this is not part of the current Corona policy, for anyone going through hardship, you can actually negotiate, for instance, half payments for 12 months.
Absolutely. So the legislation requires that lenders have the ability to pause your repayment for 6 months during a whole loan term. So that can be half payments for 12 months. It can be pretty much anything that you work out, and of course it doesn't all have to be taken together either. So because loans, can last a couple of years usually with the same lender, and it resets if you refinance the loan or change lender. But you may have something happen now, and here's perhaps an example. If you did find yourself in trouble now and you decided to take a couple of months, if you find then that you can make repayments and you don't need the whole 6 months, when we come out of this, you'll have those other months up your sleeve. So because once you do take the whole 6 months, there's no scope for lenders to offer more after that, unless of course there's some sort of package put out by the government that requires them to do it. But at this stage, 6 full repayments is what you can get. And so, lenders are happy to take any type of repayment, and it will reduce the amount of interest accruing if you can make some sort of repayment. So you can always say, look, I can manage half, I just can't do the whole amount.
And just to reiterate, it's not going to hit your credit file because you're not in default.
Correct.
So this is not going to be something that affects your credit score and your future lending. The only implication that you could potentially have in the future lending is, just as Lisa said, you get through the 6 month period and the lenders want to see you in a job and making repayments for 6 months before they go, yeah, we'll help you refinance, or you can refinance to another lender. So if you do plan to buy or refinance in a shorter period of time, there might be other money making things that we can discuss next that could help you. So if anyone else has questions on that?
Hi, Jane. Okay, I've got a question about P&I. So I can use the payment holiday and just work out the interest component and say I can pay this much.
Yes.
But I use the payment holiday instead of asking for a change of P&I to
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Done. I love that. Thank you.
If you're in the position at the moment where you're about to go to P&I, or you have just gone to P&I, and maybe your employment hasn't changed, but you know going to P&I has actually affected you financially, then if you just apply for hardship, you're not going to get it because your employment hasn't changed. You may not be able to indicate that you've really got a difficult situation, but if you have anticipate, or there is some indication that your industry is affected and there's hardship, etc., potential, then it's best to get in now and put your application in, because Lisa, I think we talked, it could take a while for you to get through the process anyhow.
Correct. So because we do have lenders who are just taking, so an example was Westpac's policy is that they require a person from Westpac to talk to the client. Now, as of 3 days ago, Westpac had received 1,500 applications for hardship. So, and that was like literally, that was last week. That was before, all the most recent things that have happened. So it's going to take them a long time to call 1,500 people and all the other applications they've had. So you are allowed to contact your lender and say, I haven't actually lost my job yet or had reduced hours yet, but it could be coming, and so I need to start this process so that it's ready to go for if I'm impacted. And you're perfectly allowed to do that because it'll probably take a little while to get through it.
So just to clarify, so this payment holiday, does that fall under the hardship category?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.